I'm going to talk about the smart governance, data-driven citizen services. So last year in July, Honorable Prime Minister has termed the next 10 years as a decade. That these next 10 years are going to be driven by the technology. As Shantanu expressed that it's a high-tech technology, all AI, generative AI, that's going to shape or transform the way we are delivering the services. So from government perspective, from citizen perspective, see the aim is the Antodaya, that is we have to facilitate the person at the last mile, even in the rural hinterland or maybe the low income level. So last person in the society, we have to deliver the services. Using the technologies, we can make it very simple and convenient. And what we expect is single sign-on for all the services. This is what we expect as a consumer or as a citizen. And robust digital and scalable ecosystem, that is very much required. I want to take more time in my presentation on the ecosystem perspective, because ecosystem is very much required to deliver any service. Right? Now, in the ecosystem, I will just give one example. Maybe many of you have heard in 2008, the Bharat Sanchar Nigam Limited, a state telco company, has launched IPTV. That time, 2008. Internet, only the broadband internet was there, and mobile 2G. And IPTV, we have to connect the TV with some additional hardware at that time. Contents were not very much available in the system. So ecosystem was not ready to adopt that product. And now you see today, everyone is seeing online content, even on the mobile phone, any smart device. So if ecosystem is not ready, it's very difficult to launch any product or service. You just, maybe everyone is again aware about the UPI. It's a great, tremendous success. 10 billion transactions in a month. We have shown the world, and everyone is looking at us that how we have made it possible, the 10 billion transaction. But just think, had it been before 2014, there was such a success or not? Because that time only 35% of the adult were having the bank account in 2011. So UPI, the backbone is the bank account. So the ecosystem that time was not ready, and in 2014, when Honorable Prime Minister has launched a scheme, Pradhan Mantri Jan Dhan Yojana, and more than 50 crore, 500 million bank accounts have been opened using the digital identity, so-called Aadhaar. Right? And then the person who the last mile, whether it's a vegetable hawker or any street vendor, everyone is having the bank account, and now we are seeing the power of UPI. So the point I am making, the ecosystem, we have to see each and every part of the ecosystem should be ready. So what Shantanu was talking about, and now you are going to discuss, or so many panel discussion, that's the now new era, and using the AI, etc. So we have to think from the entire 360 perspective, what are the points that we have to take into account? Because the fundamentals should be very strong. Technology may get changes, right? But the overall flow, overall design should be very strong, so we can reap the benefit of the technology. So I am going to take you through the digital ecosystem available right now. So what we want to deliver a service, a digital identity, then we require a connectivity, then access to the last mile, and cost to deliver, and use of DPI. So I will just take one by one. So of course, know your customer, KYC is required to give any service or any application or any benefit. So I can say proudly that digital identity, the Aadhaar, is the first digital public infrastructure created in our country, and all across the world, every country is talking about this project. And the Aadhaar has made the identification of the beneficiary easy, your KYC. So that's why under PMJDY, many accounts were opened, or many services you are taking using the Aadhaar as a eKYC. So this problem has been solved, the identification problem. And right from the financial inclusion to direct benefit transfer. So the Aadhaar has played a major role in the financial sector. So not only the opening of the bank account, many things is happening using this digital identity. I will touch in one about this Aadhaar, another slide also. So, and Aadhaar is I can say, foundational ID. It is not going to give any benefit as such. The driving license gives you eligibility to drive. Passport, you are a citizen, you can travel abroad, right? So like this, Aadhaar is not giving any eligibility. Even Aadhaar is not a proof for citizenship. It's just a number. That is just, you can say it is tattooed. Using your biometrics, we have given a unique number, that's it. So it's your identity, fundamental identity, and you can build up more innovative services on top of that. So here, almost all adults are having the digital identity, and only the children are having 37%. It's a continuous process. So the point I am making, one of the major piece of the digital ecosystem is the identity we are set. We can identify any person, anywhere, using this digital identity, either in the form of online authentication, wherever it is permissible as per the rules, and offline validation. Maybe I don't know how many of you are aware about that offline validation of this digital identity using the QR code, because everyone has received the Aadhaar letter, or maybe they have applied for the Aadhaar PVC, and maybe downloading the e-Aadhaar from the website, there is a QR code, it is digitally signed. No ID you can verify whether it is a genuine or fake just by seeing the ID, but here you can scan that QR code and check the validity of the digital identity. So you can use these online authentication as well as offline validation of the identity to deliver services. Now second piece is the connectivity. Because if there is no connectivity, then how you are going to, you can make a very good technological system, but where? So here, this part is also ready. You can see we have 1.2 billion mobile connections, and mostly are the 4G. Now 5G has also started rolling it out, and we are also talking about 6G also. So now India is taking a lead, in this sector also. So and you can see the data say in the last 9 years, the 70 million internet connection to 850 million now. So it's a tremendous increase in the connectivity, and the BharatNet project that has connected more than 200,000 gram panchayats with the optical fiber network. So the another piece that we require to deliver any service using the data. So this is the connectivity, so this is also set. So identity and then connectivity. Now affordable access last mile. Maybe everything is there, but how to access? Maybe initially the smartphones or smart devices all are very costly. So we have to have some system. So now this set is, now I can say this last mile smart devices, so-called the mobile handset. Now we are manufacturing mobile handset here. So now 270 plus companies are there after 2014, and approximately $70 cost you can have a smartphone. You can use this to avail the services. And at present around 600 million smartphones users are there, and we expect that 1 million smartphone user will be in India by 2026. So this affordable access, so it's not only access, I stress affordable access is there at the last mile. So connectivity is there, identity is there, and smart devices are there, we can provide the services. Now cost. When you design any system, of course it requires a, the cost element. Because initially why in the financial inclusion, it's not only the opening of the bank account, even to give the micro insurance product or the credit card or the loan product. See, people are not going into the rural area because the cost of acquisition was very high in the manual thing, right? Now, in the telecom sector, there's the best example. When Jio entered into the market, within 6 months, he has created an empire. See, it's very difficult to imagine in a saturated market if some player has come and immediately taken the market share. Just because of the electronic digital identity, know your customers. The cost was very less, right? So here the cost is has reduced from $25 to $1 per customer. Earlier, approximately cost was $25 to acquire a customer, but now it's only $1. And thanks to Aadhaar, KYC, and the data cost us $0.1 per GB nowhere in the world. So all these things has happened, to proliferate the market with various, services or applications. Now companies are innovating and delivering the customers in the rural area also, and this has democratized access to digital financial services, reaching a wider population. Now, another thing, those are the fundamentals, the connectivity, identity, and cost and access. Now, how to make your product, how can use the data available, right, in a very good manner that you can, yes, give the services in a good package. So, there are many digital public infrastructures are available. Maybe everyone is aware now because the complete 1 year when India had a presidency of the G20, and India has shown the other countries the way we are using this digital public infrastructure like Aadhaar, UPI, CoWIN, account aggregator. So some of, I have just named here the digital locker. So when you design any service, use the digital locker. So here all your, mark sheet, Aadhaar, driving license, LPG, allotment letter, many things are available, in a trusted manner. So one can consume directly from the digital digi locker. There is no need of the paper. E-sign facility, sometimes we require the sign, paper sign. Why? When using the Aadhaar, one can e-sign the document, so you can use this e-sign facility. One of the example in Maharashtra, maybe many of you belongs to the Mumbai or Maharashtra, there is a registration facility, live and license registration. So initially, one has to visit the office, then 2 witnesses are also required. There is a queue and all the paper sign, thumb impression, etc., etc. But now, using this e-sign facility and the Aadhaar authentication, everything is paperless. I am sitting in Mumbai, someone is sitting in Amravati and making a rental agreement online. And there is no need of witness because we are actually verifying the lessee and lessor using the Aadhaar authentication, and the agreement is getting e-signed. So, use this digital public infrastructure for delivering the service. Now, Bhashini, it's again, going to change, or I can say in coming years, you will see a tremendous change in the ecosystem using this Bhashini. Because many products and services, sometimes maybe we are delivering the services, the person who is not knowing or well words with the English language, they are saying, okay, just click or tick it, but they don't know what they have signed it, right? What type of agreement is. So, to make all those agreements in the local language so one can understand, right? So, Bhashini is a DPI that convert English to any of the our language. So, this is also going to be used in a big way. So, a few examples I have just, there are many examples, but for the paucity of time, how these citizen services are driven by the data. So, one is latest launched by the RBI, that public technology for frictionless credit to leverage the cash flow information to extend the credit. See, when we are talking about UPI, the vegetable hawker is taking 10 rupees, 5 rupees every transaction. Earlier, they were taking the cash, there is no accounting. But now, one can find out how much cash is getting generated, how much revenue flow is there, right? Maybe 2,000 rupees, 5,000 rupees, 10,000 rupees. So, RBI has developed this public good infrastructure where they have experimented with the farmers associated with the Amul dairy in the Gujarat. So, suppose they want loan to buy some cows, right? So, there is no civil assets for them. There is no, maybe someone can have, but some farmers are not having the civil score also. So, how to check the credit worthiness? So, they are taking the data. They have integrated the entire ecosystem. So, how much milk they are selling to the dairy every day? Suppose 10,000 liter or 8,000 liter. So, how much revenue is getting generated? So, based on that information, and everything is real time. So, when a farmer is applying for the loan, how much loan he or she wants? Okay, this is the revenue model information, right? And immediately loan has been given. So, instant. It's not that 1 day or 2 days. It's just immediately loan will be given. So, these type of frictionless credit system are coming up, and the pilot is for only dairy farmers, but now it will come more in education or any other sector also. So, we can develop and we can use the data. So, here the power is we are designing the services, all the citizen-centric services using the data. So, one more example, that when we apply for some service, you have to give the income certificate, sometimes caste certificate, sometimes the land ownership certificate, and all these certificates are given by the government only. So why one government department is asking the 3 certificates issued by the other 3 government departments? Now with this integration, single on services, government is reaching to the beneficiaries. So there is no need that one should apply for a service. Government can generate the eligibility criteria. So this Haryana Parivar Pehchan Pat, this is again one of the good example you can further study by visiting their website. See, they have come out with this Pehchan Patra number where every family member has authenticated using the Aadhaar, and they are having different linkages with the different registries. So maybe income tax, or maybe the caste, or the land ownership. So there is no need to apply for a service. They are just checking, okay, these people are eligible for a particular service, they are straight away giving the service. So this is the power of Haryana Parivar Pehchan Pat. But again, it's an integration using the API, right? And just mind it, security and privacy, these 2 things are always in their mind. See, whatever we are discussing, always the consent. So now the PDP bill has already come, maybe there is a session on that also, the personal data protection bill. Now one ration card, this I will explain. So this is a game changer. This is perfect example of the data driven services, just to have an entire ecosystem of the ration card. That includes the procurement of the grain, and then the FCI go downs to going to the last mile, the fair price shop, and then delivery of the subsidized grain to the beneficiaries, right? So there are around 10 crore priority household ration cards and 1.8 crore Antodaya Yojana ration cards. So now you can see there is a regular transaction, the intrastate and interstate. See, initially, maybe some of you are aware, the ration card holder is mapped with a particular one shop. They can't go to any other shop to take the ration. Even the ration shop owner is rude or whatever, they can complain, but there is no way. But with portability, because of the Aadhaar, they can go to any of the shop. So now it's a market driven, because incentive is how much you sell. So automatically the behavior of the shopkeeper is also changed, otherwise he will be out from the market. And this is not only the intrastate, now interstate also. Because from the Bihar, if someone is coming in Mumbai, so family is in Bihar, but the person is working in Mumbai, he or she can take the ration here. So the data is coming that how many people are taking ration interstate also. So this is like, so we have a 31 state ration cards, beneficiaries. So this is the data with respect to the interstate. So around 70 lakh beneficiary have done transaction interstate also, and it's now getting popular. So this is the data, just you can just Google it and take from their website, it's available. But it's a very interesting data. Why I am showing this slide? You can see there are the states. So the Uttar Pradesh beneficiary has taken ration in the different states. So you can see the migration pattern also using the data, and you can take analyze the data and do some intervention and find out, okay, so someone is interested to know why the people are migrating from one state to another state, what is there in a particular state. So all these things, so this data is actually coming. Earlier the data was not there, and rather people are not able to take their subsidized ration when they are going out. So in the last, I will simply say what is our aim is go digital for all the services. So already Government of India decided in the next 2 years, all the services, citizen services should go digital, paperless, cashless, right? And security and privacy. Of course, security, so we all IT related company knows that how to take care of the data. Many solutions are available that we have to ensure. And privacy, this is a very important point, that one has to respect the privacy of a customer. So that we have to make it sure that whenever we are taking the data, take only the data that you require. Sometimes when you design a form, You put just your copy paste. So you are taking, okay, just copy the form used by a X scheme in the Y scheme also. So there are 20 fields, all 20 fields are there. But actually you don't require 10 fields. So why to collect? Why to take the burden to secure that 10 fields also? So you have to take care that what minimum data you require to deliver the service. And awareness to embrace digital mode. So now, even still, we literate people are also, we know that we have to go digital and we have to use, but still sometimes, paper also we are signing. But now, slowly we have to create the awareness and we have to change the mindset that yes, we should go digital. Like the UPI has, initially, it's just a mindset. So, Aadhaar, I don't know how many are using the Aadhaar. This is a very fantastic application. Why to show your Aadhaar PVC at the airport or anywhere? You simply say in mobile, this is Aadhaar application, and you can have not only yours, your wife, your child, Aadhaar also in the same wallet sort of thing, and you can show and you can use this Aadhaar and QR code. And last but least, the consumer expectation. So that, of course, we have to continuously take the feedback. What type of product, what type of, even the design of the application matters. There are some application, a very good application, but look and feel is not good. So consumers say, no, I want X service, but to go to the X service, 1 step, 2 step, maybe 10 step on the website or on the application. So we have to think from the consumer point of view and design our product. And finally, we have to invert the pyramid that already has started. The government is going to the resident thanks to this data-driven economy, and we all set for $1 trillion economy in next few years. So thank you very much.